Good evening and welcome again to the reading of Leviticus from the book of the Old Testament of the Holy Bible. I'm reading from chapter 24 to 27. 24, 25, 26, and 27 are the last chapters of the book of Leviticus. So we are coming to the close of the statutes, ordinances, judgments, rules, and laws God was giving the people of Israel as He led them out from Egypt. And in the last chapters, we'll see capital offenses being defined, the year of the Jubilee, the protection of the pure, the loss of vows and tithes, and later on to the next book, the book of Numbers, we'll come to the numbering of the people and all of that. So we are coming to the end of the reading of the book of Leviticus, and I'm feeling so glad that I'm able to do this. Chapter 24, book of Leviticus, chapter 24. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Command the children of Israel that they might bring unto thee pure olive beaten for the light, to cause the lamps to burn continually. Without the veil of testimony in the tabernacle of the congregation shall Aaron order it from evening unto the morning before the Lord continually. It shall be a statute forever in your generations. He shall order the lamps upon the pure candlestick before the Lord continually. And thou shalt take fine flour, and bake 12 cakes thereof, 2 tenths deals, which shall be in one cake, and thou shalt set them in 2 rows, 6 in one row upon the pure table before the Lord. And thou shalt put pure frankincense upon each row, and made it shall be on the bread for the memorial, even an offering made by fire unto the Lord. Every Sabbath he shall set it in order before the Lord continually, being taken from the children of Israel by an everlasting covenant. And it shall be Aaron's and his sons, and they shall eat it in a holy place, for it is most holy unto him, of the offerings of the Lord made by fire, of a perpetual statute. And the son of an Israelitish woman, whose father was an Egyptian, went out among the children of Israel, and this son of the Israelitish woman and a man of Israel strove together in the camp. And the Israelitish woman's son blasphemed the name of the Lord and cursed. And they brought him unto Moses. His mother's name was Shelomith, the daughter of Dibri of the tribe of Dan. And they put him in a ward, that the mind of the Lord might be showed unto them. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Bring forth him that is cursed without the camp. Let all that heard him lay their hands upon his head, and let all the congregation stone him. And thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel, saying, Whoso curseth his God shall bear his sin, and he that blasphemeth the name of the Lord shall surely be put to death. And all the congregation shall certainly stone him, as well as the stranger, as he that is born in the land, when he blasphemeth in the name of the Lord, and he shall be put to death. And he that killeth any man shall surely be put to death. And he that killeth a beast shall make it good, beast for beast. And if a man cause a blemish in his neighbor, as he had done, so shall it be done unto him. Breach for breach, eye for eye, tooth for tooth. As he has caused a blemish in a man, so shall it be done unto him. And he that killeth a beast, he shall restore it. And he that killeth a man, he shall be put to death. Ye shall have one manner of law, as well as for the stranger, as for your own country, for I am the Lord your God. And Moses spake to the children of Israel, that they should bring forth him that had cursed out of the camp, and stone him with stones. And the children of Israel did as the Lord had commanded Moses. Chapter 25. And the Lord spake unto Moses in Mount Sinai, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, When ye come unto the land which I give you, then shall the land keep a Sabbath unto the Lord. 6 years thou shalt sow the field, and 6 years thou shalt prune the vineyard, and gather in the fruit thereof. But in the 7th year shall be the Sabbath of rest unto the land, a Sabbath for the Lord. Thou shalt neither sow thy field, nor prune thy vineyard. That which groweth of its own accord of thy harvest thou shalt reap. Neither gather the grapes of thy vine undressed, for it is the year of the rest unto the land. And the Sabbath of the land shall be meat for you, for thee, and for thy servant, and for thy maid, and for thy hired servant, and for thy stranger that sojourneth with thee, and for thy cattle, and for thy beasts that are in the land, shall all the increase thereof be meat. And thou shalt number 7 Sabbaths of years unto thee, 7 times 7 years. And the space of 7 Sabbaths of years shall be unto thee 49 years. Then shalt thou cause the trumpet of Jubilee to sound on the 10th day of the 7th month. In the day of atonement shall ye make the trumpet sound throughout all your land. And ye shall hallow the 50th year, and proclaim liberty throughout all the land unto the inhabitants thereof. It shall be a jubilee unto you, and ye shall return unto every man unto his possession. And ye shall return every man unto his family. A jubilee that shall the 50th year be unto you. Ye shall not sow, neither reap that which groweth in itself, nor gather the grapes of it, thy wine undressed. For it is a jubilee, it shall be holy unto you. Ye shall eat the increase thereof out of the field. In the year of the jubilee ye shall return every man unto his possession. And if thou sell aught unto thy neighbor, or buyest aught of the neighbor's hand, ye shall not oppress one another. According to the number of years after the jubilee, thou shalt buy of the neighbor. According to the number of years of the fruit, he shall sell unto thee. According to the multitude of years, thou shalt increase the price thereof. And according to the fewness of years, thou shalt diminish the price of it. For according to the number of years of the fruits, he shall sell unto thee. Ye shall not therefore oppress one another, but thou shalt fear thy God, for I am the Lord your God. Wherefore ye shall do my statutes and keep my judgments, and do them, and ye shall dwell in the land of safely. And the land shall yield her fruit, and ye shall eat your fill, and dwell therein in safety. And if ye shall say, what shall we eat the 7th year? Behold, we shall not sow, neither gather in our increase. Then I will command my blessing upon you in the 6th year, and it shall bring forth fruit for 3 years. And ye shall sow the 8th year, and eat it of the old fruit until the 9th year. Until her fruit come in, ye shall eat of that old store. The land shall not be sold forever, for the land is mine, for ye are the strangers and sojourners with me. And in all land of your possession ye shall grant a redemption for the land. If thy brother be waxen poor, and has sold some of the possession, and if any of the kin come to redeem it, then shall he redeem it which the brother sold. And if none to redeem it, he himself be able to redeem it, then let him count the years of the sale thereof, and restore the overplus unto the man to whom he sold it, that he may return unto his possession. And if he be not able to restore it unto him, then that which is sold shall remain in the hand of him that brought it until the year of Jubilee, and in the Jubilee it shall go out, and he shall return unto his possession. And if a man sell a dwelling house in a walled city, that he may redeem it within a whole year after it is sold, within a full year may he redeem it. And if it not be redeemed within the space of a full year, then the house that is in the walled city shall be established forever to him that bought it throughout the generations. It shall not go out in the Jubilee. But the houses of the villages which have no wall about them shall be counted as the fields of the country. They may be redeemed, and they shall go out in the Jubilee. Notwithstanding the cities of the Levites and the houses of the cities of their possession, may the Levites redeem it at any time. If a man purchase of the Levites, then the house that was sold and the city that of his possession shall go out in the year of the Jubilee. For the houses of the cities of the Levites are their possession among the children of Israel. But the field of the suburbs of the cities may not be sold, for it is a perpetual possession. And if thy brother be waxen poor, and fallen in decay with thee, then thou shalt relieve him, yea, though he be a stranger, then or a sojourner, that he may live with thee. Take no usury of him or increase, but fear the Lord, that thy brother may live with thee. Thou shalt not give him thy money upon usury, nor lend him thy victuals for increase. I am the Lord your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt, to give you the land of Canaan, and be your God. And if the brother that dwelleth by thee be waxen poor, and be sold unto thee, thou shalt not compel him to serve as a bondservant, but as a hired servant, as a sojourner, he shall be with thee, and shall serve thee unto the year of Jubilee. And then shall he depart from thee, both he and his children with him, and shall return to his own family, and unto the possession of the fathers shall he return. For they are my servants which I brought forth out of the land of Egypt. They shall not be sold as bondmen. Thou shalt not rule over him with rigor, but shalt fear thy God. Both thy bondmen, thy bondmaids, which thou shalt have, shall be of the heathen that are round about you. Or of them shall ye buy bondmen and bondmaids. Moreover, the children of the strangers that do sojourn among you, of them shall ye buy, and of their families that are with you, which they beget in your land, and they shall be your possession. And ye shall take them as an inheritance for your children after you, to inherit them for a possession. They shall be your bondmen forever. But over your brethren, the children of Israel, ye shall not rule one over another with rigor. And if a sojourner or stranger wax rich by thee, and thy brother that dwelleth by him wax poor, and sell himself unto the stranger or sojourner by thee, or to the stock of the stranger's family, after that he is sold, he may be redeemed again. One of his brethren may again redeem him, either his uncle or his uncle's son may redeem him, or any that is nigh of kin unto him of his family may redeem him, or if he be able, he may redeem himself. And he shall reckon with him that brought him from the year that he was sold to him unto the year of the Jubilee. The price of the sale shall be according to the number of years, according to the time of a hired servant, it shall be unto him. If there be yet many years behind, according unto him, he shall give again the price of his redemption out of the money that he was bought for. And if there remain but few years unto the year of Jubilee, then he shall count with him, and according to the years shall he give him again the price of his redemption. And a yearly hired servant shall he be with him, and as others shall not rule with rigor over him in thy sight. And if he be not redeemed in these years, and he shall go out in the year of the Jubilee, both he and his children with him. For unto me the children of Israel are servants, and they are my servants whom I brought forth out of the land of Egypt. I am the Lord thy God. Chapter 26. And he shall make you no idols of graven image, neither rear up you a standing image, neither shall you set up any image of stone in your land to bow down upon it, for I am the Lord your God. Ye shall keep my Sabbaths and reverence my sanctuary. I am the Lord. If ye walk in my statutes and keep my commandments and do them, then will I give you rain in due season, and land shall yield her increase, and trees of the field shall yield her fruit. And your threshing shall reach unto the vintage, and vintage shall reach unto the sowing time, and ye shall eat your bread to the full, and dwell in your land safely. And I'll give you peace in the land, and ye shall lie down, and none shall make you afraid. I will rid evil beasts out of your land, neither shall the sword go through your land. You shall chase your enemies, and they shall fall before you by the sword. And 5 of you shall chase 100, and 100 of you shall put 10,000 to flight. Your enemies shall fall before you by the sword. For I will have respect unto you, and make you fruitful and multiply you, establish my covenant with you. And ye shall eat old stove, and bring forth the old because of the new. And I will set my tabernacle among you. My soul shall not abhor you. I will walk among you, and will be your God, and ye shall be my people. I am the Lord your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt, that ye should not be their bondmen. And I have broken the bands of your yoke, and made you go upright. But if you will not hearken unto me, and will not do all these commandments, and if you shall despise my statutes, or if your soul abhor my judgments, so that ye will not do all my commandments, but ye break my covenant, I will also do this unto you. I will even appoint you over terror, consumption, and the burning ague, and that shall consume the eyes, and cause sorrow of heart. And ye shall sow your seed in vain, for your enemies shall eat it. And I will set my face against you, and ye shall be slain before your enemies. They that hate you shall reign over you, and ye shall flee when no one pursueth you. And if ye will not yet for all this hearken unto me, then I will punish you 7 times more for your sins, and I will break the pride of your power. I will make your heaven as iron, your earth as brass, and your strength shall be spent in vain. For your land shall not yield her increase, neither shall the trees of the land yield their fruits. And if ye walk contrary unto me, will not hearken unto me, I will bring 7 times more plagues upon you according to your sins. I will send wild beasts among you, which shall rob you of your children, destroy your cattle, make you few in number, and your highway shall be desolate. And if you will not be reformed by me in these things, but will walk contrary unto me, then will I also walk contrary unto you, and punish you at 7 times for your sins. I will bring a sword upon you, shall avenge the quarrel of my covenant, and when Ye are gathered together within your cities. I will send the pestilence among you, and ye shall be delivered into the hand of the enemy. And when I have broken the chaff of your bread, 10 women shall bake your bread in one oven, and they shall deliver you your bread again by weight, and ye shall eat and not be satisfied. But if you will not for all this hearken unto me, but walk contrary unto me, then I will walk contrary unto you also in fury, and I, even I will chastise you 7 times for your sins. And ye shall eat the flesh of your sons, the flesh of your daughters shall ye eat. I will destroy your high places, and cut down your images, cast your carcasses upon the carcasses of your idols, and my soul shall abhor you. And I will make your cities waste, and bring your sanctuaries unto desolation. I will not smell the savour of your sweet odors, and I will bring the land unto desolation, and your enemies shall dwell therein, shall be astonished at it. And I will scatter you among the heathen. I will draw out a sword after you, and your land shall be desolate, your cities shall be waste. Then shall the land enjoy her Sabbaths, as long as it lieth desolate, and ye shall be in your enemy's land. Even then shall the land rest, and enjoy her Sabbaths. As long as it lieth desolate, it shall rest, because it did not rest on your Sabbaths, when ye dwelt upon it. And upon them that are left alive of you, I will send a faintness into your hearts, into the lands of their enemies. And the sound of the shaken leaf shall chase them, and they shall flee as fleeing from a sword. And they shall fall when none pursueth, and they shall fall one upon another, as it were before a sword, when none pursueth. And ye shall have no power to stand before your enemies, and ye shall perish among the heathen, and the land of your enemies shall eat you up. And they that are left of you shall pine away in their iniquity in your enemies' hands, and also in the iniquities of the fathers shall they pine away with them, if they shall confess their iniquity and the iniquity of their fathers with their trespass which they trespass against me, and that also they have walked contrary unto me, and that I have walked contrary unto them, and have brought them into the land of their enemies. If then their uncircumcised hearts be humbled, and then they accept of the punishment of their iniquity, then will I remember my covenant with Jacob, and also my covenant with Isaac, and also my covenant with Abraham will I remember, and I will remember the land. The land also shall be left of them, and shall enjoy her Sabbaths, while she lieth desolate without them. And they shall accept of the punishment of their iniquity, because they despised my judgments, and because their souls abhorred my statutes. And yet for all that, when they be in the land of their enemies, I will not cast them away, neither will I abhor them, to destroy them utterly, and to break my covenant with them, for I am the Lord their God. But I will for their sakes remember the covenant of their ancestors, whom I brought forth out of the land of Egypt in the sight of the heathen, that I might be their God. I am the Lord. These are the statutes and judgments and the laws which the Lord made between him and the children of Moses in Mount Sinai by the hand of Moses. And the Lord spake unto Moses, this last chapter, chapter 27. Then Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, When a man shall make a singular vow, the person shall be for the Lord by the estimation, and thy estimation shall be of the male from 20 years old even unto 60 years old. Even thy estimation shall be 50 shekels of silver, after the shekel of the sanctuary. And if it be female, then thy estimation shall be 30 shekels. And if it be from 5 years old even unto 20 years old, then thy estimation shall be of the male 20 shekels, and for the female 10 shekels. And if it be from a month old even unto 5 years old, then thy estimation shall be of the male 5 shekels of silver, for the female thy estimation shall be 3 shekels of silver. And if it be 60 years old and above, if it be a male, thy estimation shall be 15 shekels, and for the female 10 shekels. If he be poorer than thy estimation, then shall he present himself before the priest. The priest shall value him according to his ability. That vowed shall the priest value him. And if it be a beast whereof men bring an offering unto the Lord, all that any man giveth of such unto the Lord shall be holy. He shall not alter it nor change it, for good or bad, a bad for a good. And if he at all change beast for beast, then it and the exchange thereof shall be holy. And if it be any unclean beast of which they do not offer a sacrifice unto the Lord, then shall he present the beast before the priest, and the priest shall value it, whether it be good or bad. as thou valuest it. Who art the priest, so it shall be. If he will at all redeem it, then he shall add a fifth part thereof unto thy estimation. And when a man shall sanctify his house to be holy unto the Lord, then the priest shall estimate it, whether it be good or bad. As the priest shall estimate it, so shall it stand. And if he sanctified it will redeem his house, then he shall add the fifth part of the money of thy estimation unto it, and it shall be his. And if a man shall sanctify unto the Lord some part of a field of his possession, then thy estimation shall be according to the seed thereof. A homer of barley seed shall be valued at 50 shekels of silver. If he sanctify his field from the year of Jubilee, according to thy estimation it shall stand. But if he sanctify his field after the Jubilee, then shall the priest reckon unto him the money according to the years that remain, even unto the year of Jubilee, and it shall be abated from thy estimation. And if he that sanctified the field will in any wise redeem it, then he shall add the fifth part of the money of thy estimation unto it, and it shall be assured unto him. And if he will not redeem the field, or if he have sold the field to another man, it shall not be redeemed any more. But the field which goeth out of in the Jubilee shall be holy unto the Lord. As a field devoted, the possession thereof shall be the priest. And if a man sanctify unto the Lord a field which he has bought, which is not of the fields of his possession, then the priest shall reckon unto him the worth of thy estimation, and even unto the year of the Jubilee, and he shall give thine estimation on that day as a holy thing unto the Lord. In the year of Jubilee the field shall return unto him of whom it was bought, even to him to whom the possession of the land did belong. And all thy estimations shall be according to the shekel of the sanctuary. 20 gerahs shall be the shekel. Only the firstling of the beast, which should be the Lord's firstling, no man shall sanctify it. Whether it be ox or sheep, it is the Lord. And if it be of an unclean beast, then he shall redeem it according to thine estimation. Then shall add a fifth part of it thereunto. Or if it not be redeemed, then it shall be sold according to thy estimation. Notwithstanding, no devoted thing that a man shall devote unto the Lord of all that he has, both of man and beast, and of the field of his possession, shall be sold or redeemed. Every devoted thing which is most holy unto the Lord, none devoted which shall be devoted of men shall be redeemed, but shall be surely put to death. And all the tithe of the land, whether of the seed of the land or of the fruit of the tree, is the Lord's. It is holy unto the Lord. And if a man will at all redeem aught of his tithes, he shall add thereto the fifth part thereof. And concerning the tithe of the herd or the flock, even of whatsoever passeth under the rod, the tenth shall be holy unto the Lord. He shall not search whether it be good or bad, neither shall he change it. And if he change it at all, then both it and the change thereof shall be holy. It shall not be redeemed. These are the commandments which the Lord commanded Moses for the children of Israel in Mount Sinai. So we come to the end of Leviticus. Leviticus is the third book of Moses, and you get it in the Old Testament, and it has 27 chapters.